Give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. Quick show note, there will be a show tomorrow as I will be going up to the lake with my daughter. But right now, I am very excited to be checking out the 7th most popular project on Kickstarter right now. This one was fan request, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not even that excited to check it out, because most of the time, I am not super impressed with the Eagle Griffin Games Kickstarters. I'm not excited by them. I generally know exactly what I'm getting into. That being said, I feel like they have made a lot of leaps and bounds in like the last few years, and luckily for them, they've had one huge tentpole to always lean on, which is their Vital Lacerda huge box, $130 deluxeified game, which still keeps churning around. Look at the main image. I'd love to know the player length, the time count, the age, considering I imagine there's a solo mode that's supposed to be spectacular. I'd love to see the components. I'd love to know more about the mechanisms. I'd love to know so much more than they're going to tell me, but they're going to do it the exact same way they do it every single time. Hey, Ricardo. Hey, see Goody. Which is, I get it, because this is like their 4th or 5th, 6th one with Vital Lacerda, and why rock the boat? Why rock the boat? As always with the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? $1.1 million. And this is another thing I do want to talk about. I feel like we are getting to the point of board game Kickstarter where it's starting to feel like movies, where it's like, if you do not have an IP, if you do not have a designer, or if you're not just republishing an older game, looking at you 25th Century Games with your Reiner Knizia 3-pack, not saying that in a negative way, I'm just saying it feels like that is really becoming a thing that a lot of these publishers are leaning on, and it's interesting. In movies, I hate it. I don't really hate it, but I feel like a lot of people hate it. But in board games, I don't feel like I hate it so much, because I imagine they're actually upgrading the game. I don't know. It's an interesting thing, but I see it a lot more prevalently. Let's get into Speakeasy.
It's the roaring 20s, during the era of
Prohibition. There we go.
And you take on the role of a savvy mob boss, managing your speakeasy business in Manhattan. Speakeasies were often located in underground dens, secret...
That's such a good zoom in on those components and those wooden, the wooden screen print on them, or whatever it is.
Rooms or remote saloons, to avoid drawing unwanted attention from the outside. But remaining unnoticed is no easy task, because everyone wants their cut. Players must use their leverage to influence cops, gain strength, defend against rival mobs, and expand your business so you can rake in the cash.
So I like the fact I know expand. I already know it's pick up and deliver based on that gorgeous looking component. That was a really clever way to show me a mechanism there. I like that.
This is Speakeasy, the newest game designed by Vital Lacerda and illustrated by Ian O'Toole. In Speakeasy, 1 to 4 players will send out capos to interact with persons of interest at one-on-one locations.
Order placement? Alright.
You will utilize their influence to open more speakeasies, nightclubs, and even lavish casinos. As you expand your operation, you'll naturally draw the attention of cops patrolling Manhattan. Use your family members as trusted soldiers and spend leverage to protect your buildings, making cops turn a blind eye so that business operations continue to run without interference from raids.
So here's the thing. Knowing Vital Lacerda personally, not personally like as in I have met him before, but like not like I don't know him, but I mean like knowing his games. I feel like at this point, if you know Vital Lacerda and you're a fan, I feel like this is all just, everything else is just going to be icing on the cake. I think like they told you enough, and it's just, I don't know. Like, this video, I think, is crushing it, and it's going slow. It's like, it's a nice slow burn, I think. It's showcasing a lot of components. It looks cool. Like,
manage your hand of operation.
Showcasing the artwork a lot. Showcasing, like, the premium aspect of the game where I'm going to be slotting stuff into the board, and it's like a dual layer board. Like, it's all good. All good stuff. Like, you could tell this is their 5th, 6th one of, just polish.
Cards well.
Oh, like that right there. Like, that's such a great job showcasing that component.
Gaining benefits and actions.
And by seeing all those, when you get to that inevitable $124 price or whatever it's going to be, it just makes it an easier pill to swallow. And I feel like it used to be hard to sell a Euro game at $120, but now it's just business as usual. And so if it's a Vital Lacerda Euro game from a company that's already established, who's put out games like this, I feel like it's just no wonder it's a slam dunk. People are so sick of getting burned by these big chunky Euro games that don't live up to the expectations, have garbage rule booklets, or don't ship forever, and that's probably not something you're probably worried about with this. Hopefully they do a great job spotlighting Lacerda's track record as we go forward, but overall, really well done video, I think.
Secure your turf downtown, midtown, and uptown by controlling districts in each zone.
Area control,
And
awesome.
the reward from impressing Lucky Luciano. With your operation up and running, transport and distribute illicit booze, utilizing your trucks dispatched from your stills.
I feel like at this point, I feel like we just hit a cliff, and now it's like, okay, now it feels like you're dragging. Like, I inferred that I was delivering booze around. I don't think you need to... I feel like this... I'm very curious to see where this next 30 seconds goes. Because I feel like it's great, and now it's like, all right, wrap it up. We get it.
Utilizing your trucks dispatched from your stills. Or purchase barrels from rum runner ships. Then rake in the cash by selling from your speakeasies, nightclubs, and casinos.
It was just that part. I think because honestly, it's like rule booklets. For me, I hate when rule booklets are super redundant. Like once or twice for big things, totally fine. But once you start doing it 4, 5, 6 times, it just gets annoying. Because like you just want rules to be in specific spots, and when you're like, oh yeah, I remember that rule. It's like in 3 different spots. It's like, eh. But other than that, I feel like that's the first time that I felt like, oh, this video is redundant, which I think is a real testament how well the video's been doing so far at 2:30.
As you gain power and ascend to
Cool.
become the most infamous mobster in Manhattan. Back Speakeasy on Kickstarter today.
Great, I get it. 1.1 million. I see why. Launch $450,000, trending for cool 1.2, 1.3. Eagle Griffin Games is an employee-owned and operated company with the things with the stuff at Lacerda, Shelley. Cool. And yeah, so they do other stuff, but inventions. This is like the big one. The Lacerda stuff. Excuse me. So let's see. House of Fondo. This one got. Ooh, that one got up to 70,000 too. Make sure. I doubt this one's out. I don't think I've heard of this one. Just wondering if I need back house for Predator. One of them be shipped. Is it too late to change the delivery address? This one's not out just yet. Production update. A quick update regarding the production status. That's from August 31st. So August, June, so July, September, October. So it's been a month and a half. Not a huge deal. Deadline December 1st. Add-on fulfillment. Cool. Looks good. Looks functional. Fine. Inventions. Is this one out? I'm going to guess no as well. I feel like I'd see the pictures on Facebook if this was out. Still don't have to see the game. Oh, it is. Did anyone see? Okay, so this one is out. Cool. Official how to play video on May 6th. Awesome. So people get their stuff. Good, good, good. Then this one I'm going to guess is out as well. And we're good. Can you do it? Yes. Wasn't particularly worried about it at all. But I am curious to see how those other big box Lacerda games do. Just out of curiosity. So 792. Wowzers. 161. That one wasn't a big one, though. That wasn't the big box one. The Weather Machine was 100.1. Wow. Crushing it with this one. Very nice. Very nice. Love to see Kickstarter getting some kicks back. And I see some other companies coming to it. I see Gray Fox Games, I believe, is coming back for theirs. I think I heard through the grapevine. So it's really interesting. As much as I see GameFound doing like really good stuff, and I actually just complimented someone from GameFound a couple days ago. It's like, oh, but there's companies coming back now. Are we actually going to see like this back and forth? Like it's so exciting to see how it plays out. And then we have BackerKit doing stuff too, which is less exciting. Ages 14 plus, 45 minutes. Yeah, that was me throwing shade at you, BackerKit. Why don't you step it up? Why don't you get some cool stuff going on? And then aside from pins, great stuff, things. Show me, yeah. Vitello's done it again. Made a game for heavy gamers with a theme that works well. The time. It's also one of the most thematic Euros we've ever played. Wow, we never talk about theme when we play a Euro, but here we did a lot, and we loved it. Cool. And I honestly, I felt the theme come across just in the. Just in that 2-minute video, which is really good. So we got a full playthrough. Whoa, 3 people now. Click here to draft the rules. Yep. That's sure enough, you'll see less and less of them and more him. Then you'll have a new person, and that's how you play the game right there. One of these days, I'll be foolish enough to get my kids to start doing stuff. Actually, one of them does. One of them doesn't want to. He's like, yeah, I think it's lame. I was like, okay, I think you're just rebelling. Because there's nothing lame about getting free games in the mail. Have we seen the price? Is this? Nope, you're just showing me the components. Okay, cool. he said sarcastically. Stretch goal. Okay, I don't want to see this until I get the price. Stretch goals, backer count, stretch goals, unlock upgrades to the Speakeasy base game. Now, I do need to pay specific attention. One thing I hate about Kickstarter, no stretch pay options. Yep. And there will be people who say, oh, it's anti-consumer. And it is. It's an anti-consumer practice. But at the end of the day, I still feel like it's very pro-consumer. Like, it targets the weakest. Like, I just got an Amazon gift card yesterday. They give you $150 off whatever you spend. But dear God, pay it off, then just bury that thing. Cut it up and bury it in the ground. Because there's no annual fee, but it's got a minus 28% interest rate. I was like, oh my God. I paid it off before I even got my thing. I was like, nope, we're just done. We've added 2 backer stretch goals to unlock upgrades to Speakeasy Bake. The dual layer solo board. Very nice. Okay, cool. International editions. Pledge levels. Cool. Glad it's down here away from what's in the box. Like I said, 120, 130 bucks. God, I hate the fact that that's, oh yeah, easy industry standard. Different languages. Good for them. Air freight. Advanced copy bundle. Stretch pay for sure attracted a lot of games. Yeah, 100%. I mean, and GameFound saw the writing on the wall too. You know, it's just with how expensive Kickstarters are now, just for a Euro game. This is just a Euro game, people. Like, you could fit this box. Like, you can fit this box into a let's see, a Tasty Mitchell Games, like an Orleans size box. You'd probably put this into Ticket to Ride. Like, you can fit this in so many other size boxes, but it's deluxeified because that's what we all want. So now we have add-ons, the signature decal. This is interesting. Now, are these included in the deluxe? There is no deluxe, is there? Man, this feels like a dinosaur, this pledge area. Like, this is not a fun pledge area. Like, this is what I was talking about when I was like, Eagle Griffin Games. They do things a very specific way, and it's not good. That video's damn good. Getting Lacerda to design your games, it's lock him down. Yeah, damn good. But I do like all the information, though, about it. I like that. Includes 116 wooden the feather. This is the a book. Okay. Games in our series. Try. Ooh, it's on Tabletopia. What? I have Tabletopia. 5 things to know. Is that Ryan? That didn't look like Ryan. Live play. Yep, live play. Cool. Playthroughs, live plays. These Speakeasy game review. Those books are cooking. Okay. Those books. Oh, because you're cooking the books. Got it. As much as I love On Mars and Inventor's Evolution of Ideas, Speakeasy is simply an easier game to get to the table across a wide. That's the quote that wins. Across a wider array of audiences, Speakeasy works as a weeknight game, even with the teach, especially to lower player. A weeknight game. Holy crap! I've never heard that expression before, Justin Bell, and I am stealing it. Thank you. I've climbed the mountain and I've took Justin Bell's expression, which he probably took for somebody else too. And if not, it's still a very clever weeknight game. I love that concept. I played Andromeda's Edge last night, and I do not believe your first game of that is a weeknight game. But damn, it's good if you like crunch. The theme of Speakeasy is absolutely outstanding. The simple to run but challenging solo mode is a pure, simple to run. I don't even care what I have to say after that. Great quote. Speakeasy is one of the new favorite Lacerda games. It's exciting, it's immersive, the theme, it's crunchy, just at the sweet spot, all of it. These are great quotes. They're not just superfluous fluff. In addition to the superfluous fluff, they're like, why? It's like, it's easy to hit the table. Like, it's much more user-friendly friendly to approach than his other ones. Like, the solo mode is simple to learn. Like, these are all great things to know, and they all feel like they're slightly different, slightly diverse quotes. These quotes are banging. Mattel's done it again! Made a game for heavy gamers with a theme that works well. Like this is copying another quote, but whatever. This time it's also one of the most thematic Euros we've ever played. We never talked. This is the same quotes. Okay, cool. Thanks. It's one of the best games I played in 2024. It's a great theme. It's really well designed. Looks great. If you like heavy Euro games, you like Lacerda, you definitely have to try it from this game. I played this one as my favorite. Yeah, so this is like one of them like, eh. It's one of the best games I played in 2024. That's a good one. That's a good part. Superfluous fluff, but it's great superfluous fluff. It's a great theme. Okay. Really well designed and looks great. I don't know. Compared to the other ones, it's like, eh. Look how polished this is. Jiminy Christmas. Man, one of these days, I will never be that polished unless someone else does it for me. Speakeasy of Lacerda's very best. As he says, as he's wearing a garbage bag, quite literally, in case you're wondering. Yeah, this is getting really hot in this. Whew. All right. A great theme that is seamlessly into stuff things. I get it. You got lots of great quotes. Oh, look at that. Man, Jiminy Christmas. Your boy needs to step up his thumbnail game. Maybe I need to step it down. Maybe I just need to make it intentionally really, really bad. But so bad that I put effort into it. So I do like the fact that we spotlighted Lacerda's name a lot in the quotes, but I still feel like just spotlighting Board Game Geek. And maybe they're one of the companies that's like, I don't like Board Game Geek, because of what everybody likes to rip on Board Game Geek, despite the fact, yeah, you use it, it's an incredibly valuable asset to the entire board game hobby, but we want to complain about the moderation. Shut up. I mean, serious, if you're one of those people, like, that's, come on. Dude, what are you going to go to? Where are you going to go? Like, it's Board Game Geek or... You want to go to Reddit? That fucking cesspool? And by the way, if you're a Reddit user, I love it. I love how much you hate me there. Everybody there hates me. It's amazing. Like, I post everywhere else, and it's like, mostly positive, and then you go on Reddit, and it's like nothing but negativity, and I absolutely adore it. Like, seriously, I eat it up. It's just this flame in my fire. It's like, oh yeah, there are a bunch of people that hate me. I just want to keep going. That makes me want to keep going, knowing that people don't like me. All right, but yeah, Lacerda, like, this should have been really easy to spotlight his track record. 45, 52, 56, 72, 138, 266, 276. We have 6 of the top 280 games of all time. You think that might be good to spotlight Eagle Griffin Games instead of a boatload of comments from a bunch of paid or unpaid reviewers? Doesn't really matter, but at the end of the day, what's going to be what's better? You know, a bunch of quotes, which are all great, but like literally saying, this person is arguably the greatest game designer of all time, and here's why. There's like 30,000 games ranked on Board Game Geek. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has 10! And pretty soon, 11 of the top 1,000. Let that sink in. One man has designed 1% of the top 1,000 board games of all time. Like, that is insanely amazing when you factor in how many different game designers there are. Like, it's just mind-boggling. You know, he's up there with the Uwe Rosenberg thing, and yet I don't feel like they put enough spotlight on his name there, right? Yeah, all the quotes did it, but all quotes, you know, no matter how great your quote is, it still is going to look like superfluous fluff most of the time next to rock-solid numbers. Like, this person's... if you want to go see how to do it, I will give you... Here you go. I'm gonna give it to someone at Eagle Griffin Games, because I imagine they've listened to me when I've trashed their quotes in the past, because I see those quotes. I see you working. I see those quotes. I'm gonna guess I trashed some quotes in the past, because those are damn good quotes. But I'm gonna show you exactly what I think they should do. And I can't imagine anyone's gonna disagree. And once again, not my great idea. I saw other companies do this, and it's like, you'll see it, you're like, oh yeah, they should totally do that. Why would they not do that? Not this. Not all this garbage. Pictures, great. Yeah, this. There you go. Lacerda. All right, I'm waiting for someone to tell me why this is not a good idea. Even if you strip away the awards. This is not Eagle Griffin Games. This is just the designer of the games. And so Awakened Realms has 5 games, right? Here, in like the top, whatever. It's like, and once again, it's making $1 million. But for new people, I think that's just a nice graphic to have. It's by no means a deal breaker, but I'm still giving it a third of a point grade bump down. 2/3 for not spotlighting his name. He's one of the best game designers of all time, arguably the greatest. I'm going to go 2/3 of a point grade bump down. 1/3. You quoted him all day long, but I'd still put some hard numbers behind it, because quotes are fluff a lot of the time, right? $19, and now I'm looking at a $143 Euro game. You're so stupid. I hate Kickstarter. I hate GameFound. I hate everything. Can I go back to when I was a boy? Just a boy of 24, and I used to be able to go out and buy the newest Euro game, and it would cost me $54. And I'd look at that Euro game at the dirt thin cardboard shits and poke outs, and I'd say, this is such a fun game, and I wouldn't give a dang doodly dong hoot about it. And now we're paying $140, and Jiminy Christmas, organize this FAQ. This is so garbage. So if your question's question 16, you have to read 16 questions to get to it. Just organize it like Reload from Colossal Games, or a number of other companies that have pretty much done the exact same thing afterwards, because they're like, oh yeah, that just makes more sense, and it's easier to sift through. Try out Speakeasy on Tabletopia. Cool. Upgrade pack. Oh, so this is what I need to look at. There's something called a backer priority section in one of the updates. So this is something that Tim Wanger, new moderator, by the way, wanted me to check out. So Friday reveal, Custom trays, Jiminy Christmas, day 26, day 23, that's not bad. Custom trays for common, for once per act players, live playthrough, upgrade pack reveal. These are nice. Wow, they are keeping things popping. Backer priority, here we go. 81 hearts, so this is the most hearted one. Apparently fans of Lacerda are in, and I imagine that they probably are. And I'm going to guess, just speculatively, this is probably going to be something akin to maybe what Jamie Stakemeier does, because he's just a great person to copy most of the time. That's just shot in the dark. Greetings, backers. In today's update, we want to discuss something essential to us. Our campaign backers. Without your support, games like Speakeasy could not take the form that they do. We do not take it for granted that you chose to support this campaign, blah, blah, blah. When we launched the Pledge Manager in November, the first 40 hours of the Pledge Manager will only be available to backers who pledge for a copy of Speakeasy or a full game add-on, so you can't be the dollar ones. Oh, so they're trying to give the dollar people a shaft. Okay, so they're really trying to force your hand. Good for them. Good for them. Bad for consumers, but good for them. 48 hours after the Pledge Manager, because it's just creating more fear of missing out, right? Like, oh my god, if I don't back for the full thing instead of the dollar, then I won't be able to be in the first 40 hours to get some useful, like the book. I need the book. But I'm sure there's going to be stuff that's better than the book. They're going to have at least one tantalizing, delicious thing that's going to piss off some people. I'm excited to see what it is. That will ensure that campaign backers have blah, blah, blah. Backers who pledged a copy of Speakeasy and a full game add-on in this Kickstarter campaign will have their pledge fulfilled in their region before backers who upgrade the Pledge Manager. Oh, so you just get it quicker. Now, that's awesome. That is actually pretty legit. We know that one of the reasons you back games on Kickstarter is receive the games before general release. Oh my gosh, I need to make sure that sanity prevailed. Let's go look at these numbers. I totally forgot they have a $250 get it to me early, even though you totally don't need an early version. So $58.44. Tell me this early version's got 3. Please, please, tell me sanity prevailed. $389. That's a 500 print run in there? Cool. That's the country. Kickstarter Dutch. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that's 1,000 print run in German. That's amazing. Good for them. 133. Jiminy Christmas. You know, if you're one of those 133 and you enjoy Kickstarter content, check it out. Here we go. Wow, that's good. That's exactly why you have it. All right, that's nearly a 300 print run of the game just for people to get it early. How early are they getting that? September, as opposed to September. That can't be right. Free shipping is only available to backers with the United States and only the English edition. Oh, because that's because you're paying an extra $130 to get it early. A month. People are out there. But I guess there's also shipping. So you got to, that's insane to me. That's like paying $3.50 extra to get the game a month early. Okay, whatever. To be fair, I still haven't got a game that I felt I was not worth to spend a bit more. They do. That's one thing I will say about Eagle Gryphon Games. I can say a lot of things that are positive about their games, and I can't think of negative things that I can think about their games, unless you want to go back through their annals, because they got a lot of stuff back when they used to just be like Egg and stuff like that. They used to throw a lot of stuff against the wall, but not so much anymore. Yeah, definitely high-quality games for the most part. Yeah. So shipping them out early. Yeah, I want to go back to that. All right, backer priority. We'll have their pledges fulfilled in the region before backers who upgraded in the pledge manager. I don't have a problem with that. Again, we want to express. So that's it. That's kind of cool. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's good for them. It's good for you if you back it early. It does create a little bit of fear of missing out, but it's not like a huge thing. It's like, oh, I get it a little bit later. So I'm curious to see who's going to complain about this. Because I really would love to hear their reasoning, because right now I don't feel like I can think of a great reason against it, except for that it creates more fear of missing out, which some people don't like. A lot of people. I've got no issues with those who pay in full on Kickstarter getting slightly priority treatment. Yeah, I'm used to, no problems at all. Appreciate the update and absolutely love the company and the transparency. I do empathize with folks who want to use stretch pay. With that said, what's wrong with the company prioritizing people who put all their money up front and ensure it gets produced? I get that those... Why not both? Like, I kind of love this. I wouldn't be surprised if more companies do this. Like Eagle Gryphon Games. There we go. Just like I give a shout-out to Reload from Colossal Games. Hopefully, I will give a shout-out to Eagle Gryphon Games for this. I love this idea. 100% agree. The sense of entitlement some people have never ceases to amaze me. Yes, they do. This is a Kickstarter campaign, not a GameFound campaign. Kickstarter backers get first dibs at the limited edition add-ons. That's how it should be. What are the limited edition add-ons? I am curious. Actually, no. I do want to see if there's anybody who's like really negative. I want to see the negative. I'm just curious because I want to see their perspective. So I can, just so I can better understand it. Maybe like, oh yeah, they bring a pretty dang good point. All right. That was a pretty short update, too. All right. Especially after reading some negative comments about this update, and you said, in my pimple, I love what you're doing here. Person canceled the pledge. Jolly Roger Club Games just got told they risk not being able to get an all-in because they are too cheap. That is not the case at all. Nothing being printed for this campaign is limited beyond the advanced pledges for the U.S., but that is due to the... Okay. Lots of people don't want to pay extra to back on Kickstarter instead of GameFound. Oh, after the fact because they can do stretch pay. That makes so much sense. Kickstarter, wow. So once Kickstarter finally gets their head out of their butts and puts that, I know they're gonna do it, right? They have to be bleeding. They have to see the writing on the wall. That's fair. But people are going back like, that's fascinating. I never thought about that. Cool. So your priority is people with money over people who need to save up for this game or pay me with stretch pay. What a slap in the face. How do you respond? Okay. If I actually was running PR for a company, which not a good idea, how would you respond to that? Yeah. I think we'll prioritize the people who have the money now. Thanks for your comment. I think that's mine. That's mine. I guess we're fulfilling pledges for those who... I don't like it either. If I'm planning to back, as you said, is because it's like I'll receive it before a release, and maybe this is a particular moment I can't. So they essentially have 3 separate times they're going to be shipping out the games. Because there's the super early pay $250 to get it a month early. There's just the regular, and then there's the retail, which in their case is not bad at all, because most likely they're going to do waves, especially considering they're doing, who knows how many they're doing in German and whatever that other language was. I think it was Japanese or Chinese. It's fascinating. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with a third of a point grade bump up on this. I think it's a really cool idea, and I think that cancels out the Lacerda not spotlighting his name enough. The game will beat Weather Machine's sale records. Congrats. Yeah, 1.2, 1.3. I've read the FAQs and forums over BGG. It's still seeing conflicting information. Cool. Oh, this is specifically about the thing. Okay. I will pledge $1. I'd like to pledge more to get priority access to some of the add-ons for this blow-up, but I don't see a way to do that. Oh, priority add-ons. Oh, so it's like... Okay, let me try and explain it to you like I'm 5, assuming I understand it. I believe this is why a lot of companies don't offer their games in the back end. Because a lot of times people be like, man, why are they not offering some of their older games or some of their older expansions and stuff? Well, if they only have like 200 of those, or if they only have like a certain amount... And then they have, like, people who want, say, 400. It's like, do they really want to do a whole other print run if they, if they only need to print, like, 50, 100, 200? Like, no. So I'm wondering if this takes away a little bit of that. I don't know. The complimentary states the pledge manager will only be available to backers who pledge for a copy of Speakeasy or a full game add-on. Although, I will likely back Speakeasy. I want to play on Tabletopia first. I know. Oh my gosh! I got garbage bag in my mouth. It's stuck in my tooth. But there's no way to just add this as a Kickstarter pledge, even with the $1 pledge. So the or isn't really okay. This is. Are you serious? It's bugging me so much. It's stuck right in my tooth. Garbage bag. That's not something you say often. Will sleeve cards fit? Cool. At the end of the day, I don't think I have a problem for it, but I do want to go back to their add-on section a little bit more and see if it lists exactly which ones might be the specific ones that might fall into that category. So there's not even a $1 pledge. You can still use it. Are available as add-ons in limited quantities within the campaign after you select a pledge. These games will also be added in the post. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all. Right? Because in my mind, it's essentially like, do they want somebody coming in here, spending $1 and just buying like Vinhos in the expansions, and then they have to pay shipping for that person, and then shipping for the... I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, though. Like, really? It seems like a smart move by them. I'm trying to think of a downside from their perspective. I don't feel like most of the blowback... Because here's the thing. The blowback's going to come from people who weren't backing this already. Like, if you're already a backer, if you're a Lacerda fan, which... This was a really smart one to do it in. Like, because I have a feeling if they would have done this in, for instance, a different project where people cared less, the reaction would have been different. Whereas with this one, you're essentially talking to this core Lacerda fan. And I really wish Kickstarter would upgrade this community section, so it'd be like, oh, returning backers of this company or stuff like that. Because it says returning backers, but would it be nice if there was like one in the middle that was like new backers to this company, returning backers to this company, so we could actually have a picture of like brand loyalty and what is bringing new people. Man, that'd be so cool. Granted, yeah, come on, Kickstarter, just give me that. I don't know who else is gonna want it. Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. Stefan Feld, Vital Lacerda. There's one right now which is literally just Empire Builder Europe. It's just it's interesting to see which way the hobby's going. And I wonder if it means there's going to be less original ideas from these medium to large publishers. It's really hard to say medium to large publishers in a hobby, but I want you to know that I'm just completely striking for the record, like Hasbro, Mattel, Wizards of the Coast. I'm talking about like our hobby, like Eagle Griffin Games, Blue Orange Games, like those kind of companies that, yeah, I see a lot of companies doing this. I think it's a great idea, and I think Kickstarter should be supporting this because, once again, it's taking food out of GameFound's mouth, which I love personally as a Kickstarter fan, even though I kind of like GameFound a little bit better right now. I want to see Kickstarter come back, but I want to see them come back with actually great features, not just because I love Kickstarter. At the end of the day, I think this is a really well-ran project. I still hate the main image. I still hate the fact that we did not put nearly enough respect on Vital Lacerda's name. And I saw you saying, what the hell? It's right there. It's like the third word. There's like 15 quotes spotlighting him. But at the end of the day, I go back to GameFound and I say, yeah, just give me that. Tell me that's not better. Tell me that's not better. You put that up towards the top. And if I don't know who Vital Lacerda is, I get it real dang quick. And I get way more excited because your video was really, really good. Like, and maybe you could have two of these, right? Maybe you have one that specifies, here's Eagle Griffin Games track record, and then here's Vital Lacerda's track record. And for all the artsy people out there, if you really wanted to, you could do the artist, but I don't think that's really relevant. But once again, that's your mother's very, very kind of thing. But yeah, I wanted to check. Because I would imagine if they actually just put like some of their games that they put out, yeah, like, oh, this is the kind of games that you put out on a consistent basis, rating-wise. So yeah, I love what Eagle Griffin Games is doing. Overall, very solid grade. I'm going to go with a B+. B+, A-. I could be easily talked into an A-, but I think I'm going to go with a B+. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Eagle Griffin Games. Can I get this garbage bag out of my mouth? My teeth. Let me know what your final grade is for this one. And if you're enjoying the content, click on that subscribe button down below. And quick show note, probably won't be a show tomorrow. Let's say like a 50% chance there is, but most likely I'm going up to the lake with my daughter. Have a good one. Bye-bye.